Hello, it's EmpressLuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to those that already do. If you like exclusive content, check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/EmpressLuxAse, and my website is EmpressLuxAse, and the member section here on my YouTube channel. So this is a requested reading for Johnny Depp. Just one of you guys requested like a love reading under the Amber Heard video. So just gonna give a little insight on what I see for him. If you like a extended version on the member section on this channel, let me know and I will go deeper. So let's get into it. He's a Gemini. Oh, by the way, well, I'm gonna go through all the comments, but by the way, if you like for me to do a reading on somebody, let me know. Let's get into it. I feel like he has a soulmate coming. It is possible he could have already met this person. This person could already be in his life. That's what I'm gonna say. I feel like he has a soulmate, like a real, like his true love is gonna be revealed to him. If it hasn't, that's from what I see. I like Johnny Depp, so hey. Like I feel like it's like he's going through a final metamorphosis, and I hate to say final, but with what I think his signs are, Pluto will be leaving Capricorn, which closes a 15-year karmic cycle for him. So he'll be shifting from chaos to coherence. So I kind of want to do extended, but I don't want to be here too long. So he was born June 9th, 1963. That's funny. I have an ex whose birthday is that and who got married last year, interestingly enough. He was born in Kentucky. So there's a birth time for him as 8:44 a.m. So I looked at his chart based on that time. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. So his sun would be in Gemini, which, you know, Geminis are like chameleons. They pretty much do anything. Good communicator, story spinner. He's a great actor. I haven't seen a Johnny Depp movie that I didn't like. Then his moon possibly is in Capricorn, which means he has like a serious emotional undercurrent. He will want legacy, structure, and respect. Now his ascendant would be in Leo, which is the showman, and this is like, you know, Leo's like a lot of attention, larger than life, energy, spotlight magnet, which makes a whole lot of sense for him. And next year, 2026, when Cancer and Jupiter and Cancer is Jupiter goes into Leo, I believe. So I would be interested to see what he's up to next year, towards the end of next year. So on the surface, for me, what this means, he's charming and citric, which he is. Has good energy to be a performer. Leo rising and Gemini sun, like just like, yeah, he was made to be on the screen. But deep down, I feel like he has an eternal drive for recognition, stability, and control, especially with the Capricorn moon. But this could clash with his Gemini sun, the mutable sign, because Geminis typically are restless. So he has the public persona, which is the Leo Gemini energy, but behind the scenes, the ambition and emotion with the Capricorn, it will pull him in different directions. So Capricorn moon, that's kind of cool. Given his chart, I would say this period is for restructuring his public image and personal legacy. His moon, for me, would suggest that he would like to rebuild what actually matters to him. While the Gemini sun will say, you know, let's communicate, evolve, shift, especially with Uranus and Gemini fully settling next year. I'm interested to see what he does. He also may be pivoting to new projects, redefining his brand. And a Leo rising, I think my brother's a Leo rising, would mean the world be watching these changes he makes. And any change will definitely play out in the spotlight. I'm a prediction, or my takeaway from just looking at his chart, he's likely to reveal more of himself, the Gemini, but in a more grounded, refined way, and that would be the Capricorn energy. I would say projects coming up may lean into reinvention, legacy, and transformation rather than just flicks for fun. His relationships, I know this is more so just love, but I wanted to throw that in there. Relationships, both professional and personal, will be under a lot of scrutiny and will either support his new direction or challenge it. Financially, career-wise, I would say he would expect some sort of opportunities that require him to be mature, strategic decisions, and perhaps shedding old associations. So internally, I feel like he may face choices about how much of the wild actor persona that we know we know Johnny Depp to be, what he would keep versus how much of the private, serious self he wants to live. So evolving, maturing. That spirit must be saying confirmation. I actually pulled 3 cards. I got the Magician, the Tower, and the Star for him. So the Magician, that's Gemini energy, which he is a Gemini sun. This is like he has the tools, everything he needs to manifest or bring in what he's looking for. He's got the tools, skills, and a big persona. Leo rising, that fits in like basically saying he'll be able to craft reality from creativity. The Tower, I would say something disruptive, unexpected could possibly connected to him. But it could be an internal or an external shakeup, like old structures would be falling. And the Star, I like that. This is all about hope, healing, new vision, him being more in the spotlight, healing, mental health being good. If he navigates the disruption well, there's a chance for renewal, and he'll actually be a beacon in his field again. I haven't seen him in anything recently. So, but with the astrology, I feel like we'll be seeing him at least now until 2026. We're going to see him more. So I feel like he's in a moment where he has the talent and visibility, but the way he's built himself might be coming apart or needing major transformation. So if he handles it consciously, he could emerge into a new phase of hope, authenticity, and like a renewed relevance. Like you may hear more people talk about Johnny Depp more. So what I will watch for is like some sort of major career announcement. Maybe even I just heard something with hair, like a new haircut or something. Like a role, an art project, or a public endeavor that is more introspective, legacy oriented, less than he will be doing something that is not just based on because I'm a celebrity, I'm doing this. I would say there's gonna be some sort of image pivot. He might intentionally shift into being icon with Depp rather than what we know Johnny Depp as like the wild kid star. It gives me he's going to be acting his age. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Relationship, alliances, I feel like he's either going to cut old ties or form new ones that are more aligned with who he is now and not who he was, not who we knew him to be. Now, there could be some sort of public upheaval or public release with the Tower card that does suggest some sort of shakeup. So, like I said, for him, this could be internal or external. And I do see a healing and redemption era for him. The Star suggests that by the end of this cycle, he's moving towards a place where he's more in his truth, more steady, more connected with what matters. So, I like it. I just feel like with his placements, he wants both freedom and control. And that's kind of coming to Gemini. I want to keep saying there's going to be a final karmic audit of his legacy before new era begins. And with the eclipse, they hit his 3rd and 9th axis. So this is all about truth versus narrative themes. So I would say things around contract, stories, and reputation shifts for him is what I see. Now let's get on to what is today? Today's October 30th. So I'm going to say October 30th. I actually see March and May would have been some sort of rebirth through communication for him. So he was likely to announce or release something major around the time. I didn't see it. June to August would have been a shakeup and image pivot for him. So that would have been like some sort of career partnership or contract being renegotiated. September to October, I see him isolating himself, but it's for creative reasons. So this is the time he would step back, edit, refine, like hermit period for mastery. And November to March of next year, I see something public happening for him. Awards buzz, some sort of renewed respect, or like a powerful humanitarian project, that type of thing. So once again, I say final metamorphosis for Johnny Depp. Career, I feel like some sort of strong revival energy for him. Maybe even a film he directs, a music collab, or some sort of brand relaunch tied to him. Not tabloid drama. Love and relationships, which I'm going to get into, just some sort of cautious happiness, cautious optimism. I think with his moon, he'll keep things private, at least from the beginning. It could be someone from the past that could resurface for him. But I think I would be curious to see how he handles that, because I feel like he's learning not to repeat karmic loops. And I do see spiritual and emotional growth for him. He's owning his shadows instead of fighting them. So he could likely dive into some art as therapy and reflection. Let's get into love. I feel like Johnny's romantic but practical. Sensual but private. Loyal once committed. Yeah, he could be somebody that he could be loyal, but restless mentally. So it's like he wants connection, but it'll have to be on his terms. I don't really like Gemini males for dating, but yeah, it kind of feels like he could be what I think of Gemini men. Venus in Taurus. This is just, I believe he's Venus in Taurus. So he would love consistency and sensuality. He would like safety and beauty and love, the music, the physical touch, the shared space. But once wounded, he could shut the door and guard it like really hard. Like it means he wouldn't take heartbreak easy. He wouldn't take it at all. He wouldn't take it at well. Now the moon in Capricorn, this is where he gets serious. I think he will show affection through acts of responsibility, not gushy talk. He won't be romantic verbally, but he will show you he loves you by like maybe acts of service, or just, he needs respect before intimacy. Also, emotional control for him often will replace vulnerability. Hence his past cycles. Like he's like, you used to give me emo or like a brooding artist. So that makes sense. I think his Mars is in Virgo. So he would be a lover that's the perfectionist. His relationships improve when he feels useful and needed. So he'll want to fix, protect, or teach his partner, but may nitpick or overanalyze his affection. So I do feel like somebody could be coming into his life. So I'm wondering if he wants to be able to teach his partner. Could it be somebody younger than him? Like a sugar baby type of thing. Gemini Sun and Leo Rising. This is like him being, constantly curious and craving admiration. I think he needs someone he can have a conversation with and a partner who understands both his playful and private sides. So for me, his biggest love lesson would be learning emotional consistency without control and freedom without detachment. I'm gonna say right now, it's like he may be thinking about a certain situation, taking a break, like almost in emotional rehab, resting, reflecting, solitude, and healing from past relationships. Subconsciously, I feel like he has a conflict between his head and his heart. He longs for connection but fears entanglement. He doesn't trust easily either. What he will project publicly, that he's mature. Publicly, it comes off as on his chart, he feels very compassionate, just emotionally balanced. He wants to be seen as stable and empathetic. Now, his hidden fears, I feel like he has a fear of being trapped again. Mentally or legally, the Amber Heard situation, I definitely feel like put a damper on things for him. So he associates love with loss of freedom. But I feel like the heartbreak narrative or the issues he's had, he's healing finally. So this will be forgiveness, self-compassion, and move on from emotional pain finally. I'm going to say what's coming. I see real love potential for him. A partnership that feels mutual, like really good for his soul, simple. And this could be someone who will respect him wanting to be by himself, but also still will bring him warmth. It would be somebody that won't try to change him. They're just going to be like, all right, he likes to be by himself. Cool. By 2026, I see an Empress. This could be someone that has kids. This could mean a birth of a child. The Empress is the Empress. This is someone with a mother figure, fertility, something new being birthed, someone that is just a divine feminine connection, someone nurturing, artistic, or earthy partner. This maybe someone could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The Empress typically in tarot is like Libra energy. So I keep getting this person could be younger or someone involved in music, art, or healing work, and it'll be stabilizing and sensual and restorative for him. So I'm going to say spring, he could have met some new people through creative or travel circles. Summer, there could have been some sort of emotional hesitation. Like, do I do this again? He would test anyone who got close around that time. Late this year to early 2026, I see a new public romance or private union that quietly grounds him. If he's already seeing someone, I would say expect the relationship to deepen into domestic or creative partnership territory and not just surface romance. So I see him healing and not chasing. He's not looking for fireworks right now, but because he's rebuilding his emotional trust. But I see some energy around him. His next relationship, it feels like it's going to be realistic, earthly, and artistic. Someone grounded, not starstruck. Spiritually, I feel like he's learning that love doesn't have to be dramatic to be deep. Outcome, I see genuine intimacy by 2026, likely with someone who matches his creative wavelength. This person could be maybe in the same industry, but the relationship wouldn't need the spotlight, which, I mean, it makes me feel like keep this private. He loves hard. He builds with love slowly, but he loves hard. And he will want to love or need a love that makes it better. So someone that will refine him and not just excite him. I don't think he's really surface. I don't think he's wired for surface flings anymore. His later life patterns is all about emotional maturity, structure, and devotion. So he will need a grown up relationship. I see us one more sacred connection later in his life that will finally balance him out. And I feel like it's whoever's coming in next. So it's giving once he heals, he loves for life. So I wonder if he's gonna get with a water sign. Or maybe an earth sign, earth and Virgo placement person. So 2025, 2026, I see some sort of soulmate energy, but it's going to be tested for truth and endurance. Only the real deal will stay. 2026, 2027, I see somebody like this person going to be the artistic muse type person, and the love is going to feel like transcendent, but it has to stay grounded. So I'm going to say if he doesn't get in a relationship 2026, or if he hasn't met somebody, if he's met somebody this year, it could go through tests, and by 2026 to 2028, if he hasn't met this person, or if he did, this relationship could evolve, or he could also meet a partner that between 2026 and 2028 definitely that will change how he sees love. This person will be able to show him that love could be peaceful and not just performance. So I feel like he's forgiving. It's like forgiveness of the feminine, healing from betrayal from past females or public humiliation, and a balance of power, and like a spiritual rebirth for him. So love will become his mirror for self-acceptance and not escape. So I see a very healing energy. He's like an elder now. So I'm going to say he's going to always kind of flirt, because Gemini males usually, they're very flirtatious nature. Some of the females are too. But I think he could truly devote to somebody who feels like home and not just hype. So I feel soulmate energy coming in from. That's what I have. Bye.